Hello, hi everyone. This is Hope Through Talk, and today's video I want us to discuss about conflict resolution in a family setting. And first I would like us to ask ourselves, where is the source, which is the source of conflict in a family? The source of conflict in a family, it is very normal. There is no way you can stay together, two people in a house. You met when you are old enough, and each person has their own way of seeing things. So conflict is assured. It is healthy to have a conflict in your family. So when conflicts come, the only thing you're supposed to do is to look for a way to solve those problems that are ahead of you. And if we can look at a family, I was comparing a family like a cat. You know, to a four-wheeled cat. A four-wheeled cat has four wheels. And so long as those four wheels are going together, the cat flows very smoothly. But if two wheels are moving on the different direction and two of them are moving on the other direction, then the cat will not move. And I was comparing marriage to be like that cat. If you as a husband, you are going on your own way, and you as a wife, you are going on your own way, then you will not reach your destiny. You'll be like that cat that two wheels are going on a different way. So it's always, as a family, in order to be able to solve your conflicts, to be moving together. You be going together. You solve problems together. And how do you solve these problems? Earlier on, when I was introducing this video, I had told you that when people get married, there are several issues that come on. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed first to understand the problem, not running away from the problem. You know, in many families, especially the young couples that we are having nowadays, when something happens in a family, you walk away from that problem. You don't want to hear it, so you go to work, you are annoyed, and you stay in the office annoyed, you come home annoyed. So there will be no communication in that house. You don't even want to talk to the children because you are not happy. And that is not the order of solving the conflict. First, when you want to solve the problem that you are going through, ask yourself, reflect on why did this thing happen. Understand it. Get to know, how can I solve this problem? And you sit down, both of you, and ask yourselves, how can we solve this problem? However bad it is. You know, when you married this person, you loved them so much. Try to put yourself in that first love and ask yourself, why are we in this conflict? And then you tell your partner, come, we sit down, let us talk. When the children go to sleep, not when the children are seated in the sitting room and you are there eating, that is when you are talking about your problems. First, allow your children to go to bed, and then call your partner, ask them to come and sit down with you. And then you look at the problem that made you to be annoyed when you are going to work in the morning, or the conflict that you are having. When you sit down, first plan. Ask yourself, why did this happen? Because you are going in different ways. Maybe that is why the problem came. Jointly master the problem, both of you, without emotions, without blaming one another, without any bitterness, without, just put yourself in that first love. You know, first love is very important. First love make you, you know, as the Bible says, that love covers a multitude of sin. So when you show that first love to your partner and you sit down and talk and plan together, you are able to solve that problem. You are able to go step by step and see how you can solve that problem. Focus yourself on solving the problem. Don't focus yourself on what happened. Because if you focus yourself on what happened, then you will always forever remain bitter. And you will not be able to solve that problem. And again, in these conflicts, if your partner, we said in a family setup, conflicts are there. You can never avoid them because you are two individuals who have come together. Once your wife or husband does something to you, and then you put it in your heart. Tomorrow she does something else. You put it in the heart. Tomorrow something else. By the end of the day, that is when you now start fighting. And that is why you are fighting so many people, killing one another, because you have been bitter for years, you have been bitter for months, you have been bitter. So the day you will wake up, you just take a knife and kill that person, or you react negatively. So it is always good to try and solve your problems on daily basis. You can even have in the evening, after you make your evening prayers, you sit down and talk about the day. And when you talk about the day, you'll be able to tell one another, today you did me this and this. Yesterday is gone. And now you solve that problem for that day. And tomorrow you start a fresh day and you forget the past. Like the Bible tells us that you live in the past because there is a new dawn. Let your marriage always be a new dawn. Let it be a new chapter. When you close a book, you don't go back to what you read yesterday, but you go to what you are going to read that day. Let your wife or your partner be a book that you read on a daily basis, because you will never know your wife until you get to know them, or your husband, you get to know them on daily basis. So sit down, plan, and know how you are going to solve that problem. If it comes to the children's issues, and this is very, very, very critical, you find that maybe one partner wants the children to stay this way, another one wants the children to be on this direction. It is always good to be on the same page when you are raising up your children. And that is another topic that you discuss about parenting, because even children can make you have conflicts in the family. Maybe you want your child to go to a high-cost school. The husband wants the child to go to another school which he can afford. And you as a wife, you want that school where you'll be recognized. And you're not looking at your finances. You know your income, but yet you want to stress one another. And those are the conflicts that are coming in the families. When you are doing like shopping, you go for shopping, you want to buy what your husband or your partner cannot afford. Even you as a husband, maybe you want to buy a very expensive watch and you have done a budget for the family and that budget cannot fit you want, and a conflict comes in. Even the time of coming home, you agree, you talk, be talking. Avoiding conflicts is talking, because when you keep quiet on one another, conflicts will always be there. So I would urge us that we be planning for our conflicts. We sit down and plan and say, this is what we did, and this is what has happened, and this is what we are going to do, so that our marriage can work effectively. There are so many, many things. Maybe you as a person, you are going through various types of conflicts, and I would like to know from you, viewer, what are you going through in your marriage? What conflict are you trying to solve and it is not working? We are here ready to help you, to talk to you, so that we can know how we can solve the problems that you are going through. And may the Lord bless you, and we are looking forward for another video to come. God bless you.